Alright, y'all, here we go. I ain't gonna do too much talking as far as the intro. We're gonna get straight into it, man. Everything I hate about EA Sports UFC 5. If you agree, you agree. You don't, you don't. But for the vast majority, the vast majority will agree with me in this video here. And if you guys agree with me, hit the like button and put it in the comment section right now. Alright, here we go. Number one, and I put this on my handy dandy iPad, by the way. Number one, takedowns. The ability to shoot takedowns is terrible. Actually, not to shoot takedowns. Yeah, that's terrible because the range on the takedowns is terrible, unless we're talking about like the ankle pick. Well, not the ankle pick, but the low single. The ability to shoot takedowns after a combination is not there. I mean, I thought it would be here in UFC 5, especially after it not being in UFC 4 and kind of UFC 3, I believe. But the ability to flow with takedowns, pressure your opponent to block it high and then shoot the takedown, stuff like that. Takedowns is very easy to deny. So if you're using a pure wrestler or a purely dominant wrestler, and you go against somebody that's a striker, if they can deny your takedowns, you're just crunched. In order to get takedowns, it seems that like you have to do the double leg bail or you have to cheese and clinch spam to try to get takedowns. It's very hard to get takedowns. Even if you go against somebody and they're using somebody with a little takedown defense, it's still hard to get takedowns, okay? All right. Even when it comes to a fighter being unbalanced, like they throw a certain strike and they're unbalanced and you can still deny the takedown. I'm talking, they throw a spinning heel kick. You shoot a takedown and they still deny it. Come on, man. Here we go. But we got the next one, man. The armbar submission. Now, I am a fan of the submission system. It's cool. It's new. It adds a level of skill gap. People having to learn something. But the armbar position specifically for the submissive fighter, meaning that the fighter on bottom, it's hell for you. Especially if you're past Division 15. Well, if you're at Division 15 and you can no longer see your opponent HUD, now, if you wanted to do the struggle, that way you would get their stamina down so you could possibly get the free transition. You can't even see their stamina, so it's essentially a guessing game. And that's one of the reasons, again, why I would want the stamina on for past Division 15. And on top of that, bro, once you, on ESFL, the Pro League, right, for UFC 4, 5, 3, you can see your opponent's HUD, but when you play ranked, which is supposed to be ranked, and I would assume competitive, you can't see it after Division 15. But trying to fake transitions in bottom armbar is literally impossible. If you can fake a transition in bottom armbar against a good player that knows what he's doing, you are a demon. Because the transitions are so slow, so you can't even fake. And if you do fake, it gets denied. Now they get the grapple advantage, and then they armbar your ass, all right? So make it to where the transitions are faster in the submission system when it comes to the armbars for the submissive fighter. I just think it just, once you get put in the armbar, that's why most people chase the armbars, because it's the easiest one to get. But I'm going to keep moving on. We got side control. Side control elbows, man. Side control elbows is so damn brolic, bro. The amount of damage side control elbows do is crazy. Like, people are getting doctor stoppages literally because they get you in side control and all the way to your goddamn, you get that cut and it's cooked for you. And I don't agree with it because I don't see many people getting these crazy type of damages in real life in side control. Maybe we tuned down the damage. I think they did that in UFC 4 with the body knees. They tuned down the damage because people would just get you in side control, just knee your damn body away. The next one. Negative grapple advantage. Oh my goodness. I speak for the whole community when we say we don't like this. Negative grapple advantage you don't know is when you are in a grappling sequence. At the top of the screen, there's a little meter. Now it can go blue or it can go red. The more it is on one side, the faster their transitions are. But also the more it is on one side, the slower this guy transitions are. And that is the negative grapple advantage. And there's no reason why this guy should be so in negative. And this guy's it just double stacks being in the positive which makes people be afraid to even move on the ground, which creates a stalemate. You want the game to flow more on the ground, take away negative grapple advantage. That way, if this guy does have the advantage, he can take advantage of the advantage that he has. But this guy still isn't in a position where he's just fucked. Because inside control, if they deny a transition, they can go elbow, 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 and they keep that grapple advantage meter on their side because they're hitting you. Now, this guy's still in the negative, meaning that if you try to transition again, it's going to be easy to deny. And it's just a slippery slope. And this same thing goes for all positions. Take away that negative grapple advantage and you'll watch the ground game go up a level. Maybe even 2 levels when it comes to the way it flows, okay? The next one is going to be body damage / stamina. I don't know what happened. I don't know what test was done. But body helped when I'm saying like you getting hit to the body with shots. It's like you got to do so much to do long-term body damage. It's actually ridiculous. And then you take that and the risk that you take throwing to the body. If you get hit with an uppercut, yaga, you're going to get possibly rocked. You're going to take half your head health damage that fast. But you got to land a whole lot of body shots to do damage. And I do understand, ducking your head down low or possibly leaning forward into a shot can be pretty devastating. But also having to land this many body shots is ridiculous. And then the stamina tax on landing to the body, you punch a fighter to the body, that's where you're supposed to gas him out at. It just doesn't seem like it's strong enough. I won't say it's non-existent because it's there. It just doesn't seem strong enough. I think it could use a buff. Now, the next thing is going to be the block meter. All right. So, the block meter, in my honest opinion, I'm not a fan of it. I've never been a fan of a block meter, right? Because it just causes people to try to eliminate that block meter and then hit you. And I do understand it's MMA, you can't block everything, yada yada yada. But why is it that my block meter is from 100% to about 40% after round 1 because my opponent just throws a whole lot of strikes in round 1? But block meter, in my honest opinion, the long-term block meter should be stronger. You want to keep the block meter when it comes to the short term of it going down and coming up. Honestly, the stamina bar the block meter should recover much faster than it does. That's one thing. But honestly, the overall bar itself should have more long-term health because it's ridiculous how fast they get that block meter down. And it doesn't matter if their stamina is low, right? Because it's going to take about one jab and then another punch and your block is cooked. It's cooked because they cooked it up early. Now, we're going to move forward, man. The next thing is stamina, and that's all these things stack on top of each other. Stamina. Nobody gets tired. I'm talking even Conor McGregor level. Don't get tired. You add that to the fact of body damage not being nothing. You add that to the fact of counter damage not being nothing. I mean, tracking is a problem. That's going to be in the next topic. But Pereira, it's like you take these guys that their weakness is cardio, but that's not a weakness right now in UFC 5. Like, these guys can punch forever. I'm talking Conor McGregor's. Conor McGregor is a great striker, but he doesn't have the best gas tank. Once he starts to fade, the power fades. I know you got, well, again, what about against Nate Diaz in the second fight? Listen, bro. The power fades, bro. In the first fight, what happened to him when he gassed out? I mean, he literally got choked out. I want the ability, not because my opponent throws a lot, more so to say it's because I'm attacking the body, I'm doing the proper things, I'm making a miss. That's why he should be gassing out more. Okay? The next thing is tracking. I don't know how many times I've been hit by a punch that I wasn't supposed to be hit by. I don't know how many times my block has been hit when I wasn't even right there to be hit. It's like the hit boxes are all fucked up. Right? Now, every fighter has a hit box. I mean, it's basically like the outline of you. if you're blocking, your hitbox is probably going to be closer, right? Your hitbox is out there because your arms are now out there. They can hit your arms, but they're hitting you with punches that land right here, but your block is here. That you're even on the ground and pound. This is a big one. On like you get knocked down. They go for the ground and pound. You actually slip, and your fighter goes, and then they still hit you with that cross, that straight strike. That's happened to me numerous of times, right? That should not happen. If you properly move your head, you should evade the strike. I would say make it harder if a fighter has like really high accuracy and you have low head movement. But right now, bro, these strikes are just heat-seeking missiles, and it's a huge problem. I throw roundhouses to the body. They don't even land, but they land because of tracking. Like I literally see my feet not touch them. The only strike, in my honest opinion, that I've noticed doesn't have bad tracking is the low kicks or the calf kicks. If they land, they land. They don't, they don't. They're not landing, and they're not landing, and they're not supposed to. You see them land every time. Or people throwing these spin kicks in the pocket, and they're still landing. You're getting hit reactions. Like, you don't even have enough space to throw that. How did you do it? Right? But my last topic, and I feel as if one of the most important topics for sim players or people that play slow paced, counter damage. And I mean counter damage on moving your head and landing a strike. I don't mean like you block a body shot and you hit them with an uppercut. That damage is fine, bro. It's actually pretty brawling. But a lot of these guys come forward with senseless pressure because they're not punished heavy enough. And this ties into the same thing of punishment in the game. This game is too lenient on letting people get back up. If you get your ass rocked and you get knocked down and you get clocked, bro, let it be cooked for you. Not every single time you would have to fight to get, evade some shots or something, but stop letting people get knocked down 5-6 times in a round. It just doesn't make sense. The referee, at that point in real life, the referee is going to step in and stop the fight. And it's same thing with damage. Like you're fighting somebody, they throw a jab, right? You slip, you throw your cross, you crack them. Doesn't really do no damage. Whatever. So I'm gonna come forward and continue beating up your block. Like, make these guys feel the punishment like a real fighter would when they get hit with a counter shot. Okay, I can't do that stupid mistake. I can't throw and be very predictable. Because if you do that in real life and you fight senseless like that, a lot of times you're gonna get cracked, bro. You're gonna get knocked out, or you're gonna get cracked over and over and over again. You're gonna get just completely outclassed. The senseless pressure, the jab. Honestly, I think it's more so the jab, because the jab is very, very good. It's good on block. It's good just throwing it. It's low risk, because if you do slip a jab, unless you're doing the slip, oh my goodness, don't even get me started. Please, matter of fact, with the jab, I'm gonna talk about that next. The jab, unless you like slip it, doing a slip hook animation, then you can do some damage. But for the most part, the jab is just it's too brawling, bro. And it's not even the damage that's brawling. It's the damage on block, and it's the risk you take throwing it. It's just no risk. Right? Now, this was actually, I forgot all about this. Slip hooks. This is running rampant in high level ranked. People, I'm okay with you moving. If you're stationary, meaning you're standing still, you move your head and you throw a counter shot. Cool. But these people are moving forward. Everybody's Mike Tyson. They're moving forward, gaining distance, moving their head quickly, able to throw a counter shot and immediately block immediately after. It's like, bro, what am I watching? Slip uppercut, block, slip hook, slip cross. Like, please add some frames to their recovery. That way they can be hit with counter shots. The lead hook counter that was in UFC 4 and UFC 3, where like basically if they throw a hook on your lead hand side, you would immediately throw a hook back. It's not even in a game anymore because they're able to block before you can even throw that counter hook. So this head movement, I'm okay with head moving into strikes, stationary. But the moving forward, slipping strikes, it looks silly as hell. Everybody isn't Mike Tyson. And in my honest opinion, there needs to be added frames to the recovery of those things. But that's it, y'all. I've been talking for 15 minutes. I'm going to get the hell up out of here. I do appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, keep moving forward, and I will catch you guys in the next one, all right? See you.